here's the truth about this game. In all honesty, I went into it and I was actually surprised by the gameplay at the beginning. But one of my biggest things that some people don't agree with me on is I don't really care about the gameplay as being a core mechanic of a game. I'm all about the stuff outside of it and the presentation, because football is football. When it comes from high school to the NFL, it's the same sport. It's everything around it that makes college football so different. So that's why I've always liked the college games, because sometimes they have been similar in the past. But this gameplay today, I went in, I will say I was surprised in a good way. I actually thought the gameplay was going to be worse than it was. The main thing is this game seems fast and close to how the old NCAA games played. I saw some people hating on it, saying it seemed too arcadey. I was like, okay, first off, either you never played the old games or you just played like revamped on 14 and had to pay $200 for your Xbox or something. And somehow, even if you did play 14, how are you making that statement? The old games always felt arcadey. They weren't this simulation feel type. It looks incredible. Like, I love the speed of the play and the run game. The run game actually looking like it works, and it works well in the preview they showed us. I mean, Donovan Edwards was cooking in the run game. Even Bordeaux had some good plays in the run game. A lot of people had a complaint in Madden where you can't really run the ball very well. This does not look like a problem, which is great. It's diverse, and it looks 50-50 for run and pass in this game. One thing I will say is the tackling was interesting in the game, but I think I wouldn't be surprised. I was talking with some of my friends, and they said they wouldn't be surprised if they turned down the sliders for big plays to happen so they could have content, which I wouldn't be surprised by that. But this tackling was a little iffy in some spots, but other spots it was fine. And breakaway speed in this game, that is a real thing that is a must. I don't need a D-end being able to chase down my 4-3 wide receiver, and the breakaway speed was shown in this game, and it looks incredible. 14, you'd always have to manipulate the speed or whatever it was in the sliders. Now, it looks like you're not going to have to do that very much. Obviously, you can still fine-tune if you want. To me, honestly, it looked like a better NCAA 14. Juke moves and the spin were incredible. The passing mechanics were great. You can turn the passing mechanics off if you want, but the control of the ball looked fantastic, and the animations, even from Quinn Ewers, was so realistic. It literally looked like his actual throwing form. Also had the celebrations, which is a part of the gameplay thing. If you're big into that, I probably don't even think about that much after I score, but they gave us so many celebrations. I mean, there's a ton of them, kind of like FIFA, how there's a bunch and you can do a certain move on the controller. They also talked about when they showed the snow field. The game actually has, like, when the ball is wet, the ball will be wet. It'll be harder to control the ball, it'll be harder to throw the ball, it'll be harder to hold on to the ball, and your players will be more likely to slip, which is great. Snow did look interesting, though, in the gameplay vid, but we gotta remember, this is also back from May when they filmed this. So there has been they have improved on this. Also, player of the game being back is great. What I will say is there's still people who are going to hate on it. I mean, there are things that can obviously be better with anything. Not everything is going to be perfect, but a lot of the nitpicking I'm seeing from people online aren't gameplay related at all. I've seen people complain about the snow about the field, the cheerleaders for some reason, the arcadey thing that I talked about, and then Jumbotron animations, and I'm like, okay, this is about gameplay, first off, and if you're going to nitpick that specific thing, like go that deep into it, I get you want to feel fully immersed in everything, but dude, come on. Like, if you're that into that, I'm sure in real life you are very miserable just worrying about things that should not bother you at all. And dude, the presentation, we'd already seen presentation stuff, but getting to see that Penn State thing with the actual audio and the fans fluctuating was so good. I've been there and I've been to a whiteout. It felt like I was actually there again. It was incredible. The real truth about this game is there's still going to be people that hate on it, and I thought it was better than it was going to be, in all honesty. Even though I'm a very positive person, I came in, I was like, all right, you know what, I'll be fine, like, even if it's not up to par or what I think, and it was better than I thought. But the truth is, they did a damn good job. That's the truth about this game. They did a good job, and if people are still nitpicking, the people who still have a problem with this game are people my age, who are around their 30s or older, and then the kids who are younger that are saying the game feels too arcadey, blah, blah, blah. Those are the younger kids who have been playing simulation games, and I'm saying it's not their fault. It's from both sides of the age spectrum, so I'm not singling out. The people my age are the ones who have been going Madden clone, Madden reskin, blah, 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 EA, blah, 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 blah. And then the kids who are younger are the ones who are nitpicking all this tiny crap that nobody ultimately cares about, and they're going to forget in a week just because they have to find something to complain about. Either way, though, if you're not excited, I don't know what to tell you. I loved this gameplay reveal. The truth about this game, like I said, is they did a damn good job. They have met all my expectations. The presentation, the pageantry, they showed that they put love into this game and catered to the people who mainly play Dynasty. If you look at the gameplay presentation, it was long. Dynasty kind of had its own week with other things in there. If you look at this week, Road to Glory Ultimate Team and the gameplay was this week are all in the same thing. They put most of the love into Dynasty, which is the correct thing to do. And today was a fantastic day, and man, we are so close.